So I'm moving over to streaming then for the week. We've got an absolute classic that I have to bring up because I don't think we've ever had the chance to talk about this film. On Saturday the 1st, on Saturday, it was almost Fetch. Fetch was Mean Girls.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Close enough, though. I can see why you went there. So on Saturday the 1st, on Netflix, you will be able to stream the one, the only, it's only Amy Heckerling's Clueless, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know what? I'll give you an actual Clueless quote here.
Go
on. What do you think of Billie Holiday? Oh, I love him. That's how I felt with that Fetch quote right now.
I always felt like Paul Rudd in this movie.
Oh my God, I loved Paul Rudd in this.
First half, when he's sort of viewed as a nerd, unless the sort of love object, always sort of related to Paul Rudd in this.
So this for me, I had the full collection. I had the CD, I had the outfits, I had the the VHS of this, and I would just roll in with my homies. Yeah, it's all this stuff. This for me is like your seminal movie of your teenage years of what you wished the Kardashians actually this predates all of that, and like before you had the Kardashians and their ridiculousness, you had Cher with a wardrobe that she would work out what to wear based on like a little, not even an app, was
Polaroids.
it was like,
did she use Polaroids?
No, it was a moving
she
wardrobe.
has the Rolodex that's got like almost like a touchscreen kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah,
but doesn't she say like, I don't use mirrors in changing rooms, I use Polaroids?
Oh,
instead.
yeah.
And also, the late Brittany Murphy, of course, is in this.
Yeah, really good as Ty in this. And, she's your kind of girl that goes from sort of like a, the
stoner.
The stoner into the beautiful hot chick, that everyone suddenly thinks, and then her personality changes.
This would be a very different movie now, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Because they do talk about rebooting it.
But I don't want them to, because I just don't know how a modern day audience of, teenage girls that will take to this, and they'll think leave it of its age, leave it to us, the children of the 90s.
Yeah, indeed.
To really love it. It's amazing. Alicia Silverstone hasn't aged today as well.
Oh,
she
still
looks
love
amazing.
Alicia Silverstone.
She's great. This whole film is great. If you haven't seen it, where the hell have you been?
Exactly. Get this watch. So, the day after that on Netflix, though, you can watch another seminal coming-of-age film for teenage girls. It's, of course, Lady Bird.
Yeah, I like this. Greta Gerwig as well. It's the one that really put her on the map as a director. Saoirse Ronan, there's a lot. It's all those great kind of director-actor pairings that we have. So, again, Saoirse Ronan likes to work with Greta Gerwig. We've seen her in Lady Bird. We've seen her in Little Women. It's a fun film. I enjoyed it to an extent. I'm not taken away with Greta Gerwig's direction in this. I like what she did with Little Women, but for me, it's not something to go, oh my goodness, it's a Greta Gerwig film, I've got to go and watch it. It's not quite there for me.
But it does have that signature wit.
I want to go where culture is, like New York, or at least Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the woods.
Get into those schools anyway.
Mom!
You can't even pass your driver's test.
Because you wouldn't let me practice
the way
enough.
that you work, or the way that you don't work, you're not even worth state tuition, Christine.
My name is Lady Bird.
Well, actually, it's not, and it's ridiculous.
Call me Lady Bird like Christine. You said you would.
You should just go to City College. With your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail, and then back to City College, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Saoirse Ronan, I think, is genuinely great in this. Also,
she's genuinely great in everything.
I get a lot of humour out of the fact that Timothy Chalamet does play Riley's dream boy from Inside Out in this movie. Like, he literally plays that character.
Yeah.
So, on the following day...
Do you know what? We've got a really strong offering on streaming,
We get so many weeks, and this is a strong one. The following day on Amazon Prime, Late Night, Emma Thompson and Mindy Kaling teaming up. This was a bit hit and miss, but mostly hit.
Do you know what I'd say? This is the one where I was like, you look at the poster for this and go, I don't want to watch that. Yeah. Right? And then you go and watch the movie and you realise it's got really sharp writing. Yeah. Emma Thompson is at her best in this, and Mindy Kaling brings out, such fantastic different performances within it, but also something that makes you think, is that what the world of like TV and late night shows is really like?
Probably.
Yeah.
But a comedy that I absolutely adore, Friday the 7th on Netflix, and this is one of my favourite movies of the year it came out in.
Yeah.
Trainwreck, starring Amy Schumer. I think it's written by Amy Schumer as well. Isn't it directed by Judd Apatow?
Yeah, this is the story of, I took my best friend to the screening of this, and I said to her, I was like, this is you.
That's the thing. Everyone knows someone like Amy Schumer in this movie, and if you don't, odds are it's because it's you. I tell you what, here's John Cena's brilliant emergence into comedy.
Amy.
But she's not.
What's up?
Is that wine in a box?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is this guy ever going to shut up?
Please watch the movie.
Oh. Stop. No, that's not right. Don't do this to me.
Why is he yelling?
Listen, you always do this to me. You show up to these places, you put me in a situation. I'm a big guy. Everybody wants to fight the big guy.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, shut your up.
Mark Wahlberg? Me?
Who else looks like Mark Wahlberg? Your girl?
Mark Wahlberg's like 150 pounds. I'm 250 lean. I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg.
John Cena finally acknowledged the thing we'd all been saying about him all along. He looks like Mark Wahlberg.
Yep,
And
there we
they
go.
then parlayed that into an even better gag in Daddy's Home, didn't they?
Yeah,
And
I
Daddy's
mean,
Home
it's
too.
good that he can laugh at himself.
It is.
They're also Bill Hader in this is very, very good.
As a romantic lead as well. Who'd have thought Bill Hader could do
Do you know
that?
what, though?
Yeah.
My best friend said to me, she goes, I really fancy Bill Hader in this. And I was like, really? And then I was like, you know what? There is a whole audience for that quirky, kooky-looking guy who can play a lead. It's like, it's taking it out of, like, Joe from You, because that's, like, a sinister version of that, and bringing it more lighthearted. But if there's something weird that you find, a bit unusual that you kind of fancy in a guy like that, then this is the kind of the anti-love interest that actually turns into love interest.
I would say as well, the Trainwreck does work as a
Psychic.
sort of nasty rom-com.
Yeah.
About a dysfunctional woman trying to embrace romance and failing miserably.
But
I like that about it.
Do you know what as well? What I really like about it is that actually, if someone like Rebel Wilson would have played this part, I would have hated this movie.
You would have. It is all about her timing, I
Yeah.
think, specifically. Because there's a lot of her personality in there. A
Yeah.
lot of elements are semi-autobiographical and trace back to her stand-up sets and things
Yeah.
like that. And I did have an Amy Schumer phase where I watched more or less everything Amy Schumer ever made. But, it was around this time.
Yeah.
But absolutely, good, strong week.
Really
on
strong week. I'm glad we're back on form because I've looked ahead at the next few weeks. And actually, once we get out of award season,
Yeah.
it's going to dive.